Sunita, good morning to you, Sunita.
Good morning, Sean. So, I'm probably the person that you want to ask the questions to. I am the creator and one of the drag queens of Rainbow Storytime.
Oh, thank you for ringing in, Sunita. Thank you very much for taking up the invitation. Now, Sunita, just so I get a frame of reference for this, are you the bloke drag queen or the Sheila drag queen?
I'm the Sheila.
You're the Sheila. Can you be, and serious question, can you be a drag queen if you're a woman?
Absolutely. So, I'll give you a brief history. Drag stands for dressed as a girl from Shakespearean script notes because women weren't allowed to play on stage, so they had males, and of course they were to play the women. And so it's progressed from there. It's now become the term for drag, and drag can be a drag king. A female could be a drag king. A male could be a drag king even. And I'm a female who is a drag queen. So I can sometimes be called a hyper queen or a bio queen. But we just prefer to say drag performer or drag queen because it's essentially what I am. But I have dabbled in drag king. I play Freddie Mercury every once in a while as well.
Okay. And now, were you ever a member of Destiny Church?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, Brian says they can find no record of you.
Well, back in those days, you didn't have to scan in or do anything like that. You just turned up on a Sunday. So,
and when was this, Sunita, that you were a member of Destiny Church?
It was around about 2001. I wasn't like a member. I used to go.
So you weren't a member?
I wasn't a tithe member or anything. I used to go there for 3 months. Yeah.
So for 3 months, you went to Destiny Church.
Yeah, because I used to also go to Hillsong in Sydney, so when I came over to Auckland for work, I would go to Destiny Church.
Okay. How long have you been... It's funny now, it sounds kind of ridiculous. How long, as a woman, have you been dressing up as a woman and performing for?
Well, I know, crazy, isn't it? So I actually started out by doing bingo and dressed up as a Amy Winehouse impersonator.
As a what?
And that became drag.
Amy Winehouse. Well, why is it drag if it's a woman dressed as a woman? It's an Amy Winehouse impersonation, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's called drag. So Patti LaBelle even calls what she wears on stage drag. Dolly Parton calls her costumes drag. It's costume, basically, yeah.
And what is it about the costume that makes it drag?
Just over the top, colourful. It's just more accentuated. That's what
some would say it's a parody of femininity. Or would you say it's primarily... Well, no, I'll just leave the question there. Some would say it is it's a parody of femininity.
Oh, in some ways it is. Yeah, absolutely. We are the clowns of the circus. We call ourselves the clowns. And clowns are basically a parody of humans doing all the foolish things. But, as drag queens and women, there are all types of different types of drag.
So you are portraying women as clowns? Because we just had Harry on, a gay man, and he said his general feeling is that drag is misogynistic.
No, I wouldn't say it's misogynistic. There's a lot of respect given to women because I did hear that, they don't like women. That's totally untrue. Absolutely, there's a respect there. It's not about parodying and, making a fool of them or anything like that. It's just bringing out the feminine side and doing something beautiful. We've got pageant queens, we've got camp queens, we've got beauty
But
queens,
it's all based around gender and sexuality, isn't it? That's what's been hyper-stylised. That's what's being parodied.
No, my drag, I basically look like Grimace from McDonald's. I'm all dressed in purple head to toe, totally covered up. I don't think it's sexy. My counterpart, he has to wear 5 pairs of tights, 2 couch cushions, and 20 metres of taffeta. There's nothing he doesn't wear.
Why, Sunita? Why do you do it?
Because I've always loved musical theatre and dressing up and doing all that sort of stuff. we actually started out as drag queens and doing shows and all sorts of stuff, and we were approached by the library to see if we could create Rainbow Storytime, and
so you're saying you didn't go and sell this? They came to you. Who at the library?
Yeah.
Is this every single library in Rotorua and Gisborne and Hastings?
No, so the very first instance, we were asked if we could create something, and I did. I created the curriculum.
Who by?
I created everything.
Who by,
about
Sunita?
It. A wonderful lady called Kath Shed at the South Taranaki District Library down in Hawara. We're from Taranaki. She's the one that came to us. I had never seen it before. I had no idea. So I created my own curriculum about anti-bullying.
What do you mean curriculum?
I developed the program.
Are you a trained teacher? Are you a trained educationalist?
Yes, I used to be a dance teacher for children.
A dance teacher for children.
And also a Red Cross First Aid CPR tutor for youth and children and schools and for adults.
Do you have a tertiary teaching qualification?
I do not have a tertiary teaching education. We didn't require one.
So you're not a teacher?
And we are police vetted, by the way. I know that question
but you're
comes
right,
up a lot.
So hang on. So the library comes to you and says, we want a curriculum?
No, they said we would like Rainbow Storytime, and because I had no idea what that was, I just designed it myself. Yeah.
And where did you do your research for what Rainbow Storytime was?
I didn't really do a lot of research about it. All I knew was that the kaupapa that we wanted to portray was just, people being kind to one another, thinking about different people and different cultures and religions and all sorts of things, and just being nice. Because, I grew up, I'm half Indian and I'm diabetic, so I got bullied a lot because
I'm
because
diabetic.
I was Indian.
I'm not half Indian, but I am diabetic. I have been bullied for that. I've been bullied for other things.
So,
but you don't have any expertise in
that.
anti-bullying, do you? Apart from your lived experience.
No, I've seen a lot. I've seen.
How much did that first gig
really
pay?
busy.
How much do you get paid for turning up and doing one of these things?
So originally, we were getting paid $200, but as we've progressed and got more, the Hastings District Council were paying us $1,200 plus GST. That's for us to take 2 to 3 days off work, travel, accommodation.
Okay, what's your normal work, Sunita? What's
my normal work?
Yeah.
My normal work, personally, I work for myself now because I just have my entertainment business.
So it's not really taking time off work, getting the $1,200?
No, it is taking time off the other job because I do contract as a merchandiser for supermarkets as well. So I cannot take on those days. And then my counterpart, he is a head.
But I thought you work for yourself, or do you work for yourself for the supermarkets?
Yeah, so I contract as a freelancer.
Okay, all right, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's fine. All right, well, so this is specifically about reading to children dressed as women.
I don't think it's specifically. We do shows everywhere. Everyone.
No. Hang on, Sunita. We're talking about the ones in the libraries. We're talking about you being approached. You've been approached to build a curriculum for children. So this is specifically about targeting children.
It's about going into teaching about anti-bullying and kindness, just like they have.
Then why don't they call it anti-bullying? Why don't they call it anti-bullying story time at the library?
Because that's not what I chose to call it.
Well, you may have bought yourself a world of pain by calling it Drag Queen Story Time. And I imagine you've been...
I don't think it's us bringing a world of pain at all. I don't think it's us that's bringing the world of pain. I think it's other people bringing that. So, that's probably not the best way to say that.
Would you agree that the vast majority of people who are drag queens in the context we're talking about here are gay?
Yes, I would say so. It is very much a gay culture, but I'm straight.